Well, Trey, we've got time for just one more segment. And of course, it is time for our jam of the week. Oh, and you can hear it now. This is as Georgia as it gets. This is Gnarls Barkley and their song Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of the mid-2000s,
it was everywhere.
You could hear it absolutely coming out of every apartment in the town for like months and months. What's your memory of this song? You've played in many bands. Did you have to cover this one? It seems like...
No, look, okay. I think the only thing I remember about like playing in the band and this being is like it playing over the loudspeaker as like the house music in Athens one time.
Yep.
And I think we were there on like a game weekend, and I was like, this is what we're about to do is not going to go over well. Like, because the people who are in the crowd were into it, and we were just like, oh man, we're about to let these people down. Like, they're going to leave. Like, and it wasn't as bad as I thought, because everybody was just drunk enough to do whatever to whatever.
Right.
But I remember thinking, I was like, oh man, like, this is not going to go well, because we were, like this electronic instrumental band, and I was like, oh man, this is not going to go over well.
My memory of this song is hearing it and just being like instant classic.
Yeah, just banger.
And I still feel that way. I was listening to it, reading these comments, and I'm like, the song still fucking slaps, dude. No notes. It's perfect. The record's not too bad. The whole St. Elsewhere, their first record, it's got some good songs. Got the Gone Daddy Gone, the Violent Femmes cover on there. It's got some good shit. Go Go Gadget Gospel. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. But we are here to look at the YouTube comments for this song, Crazy by Gnarls Barkley. Let's get into it. First up, CXORL from 1 year ago. The lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch. All right. I liked that. I feel
like that's a line he's been waiting to use. It's like he had it down and was like, all right, I'm coming with it now.
Right. But, to paraphrase Hemingway, for whom does this bell toll?
Yeah.
just throwing it out there. Next up, Put Me in a Coffin from 1 year ago. One time in school, we had to come up with a mini story based on this song. For some reason, everyone in my class wrote about some couple dancing in a club or something similar. I, on the other hand, wrote about a stalker who was watching his target go on dates. The thing is that we had to present it to each other in groups. I have never felt the vibe drop as hard as it did that day. It's
my God.
Yeah, because everyone thought you were going to shoot up the school.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's running for the door.
Also, what school is, I'm all for creative writing and such, but it just is funny that it's like, this has all the hallmarks of the teacher is hungover. It's like, all right, let's just put on this song that let's have the kids write about this song.
Yeah, borderline substitute teacher prompt.
Very much so. Very, very, very hungover energy here. Angela Craddock from 8 months ago. This dong remind me of my ex-boyfriend, and it has a place in my heart because we get on no better than we did when we were together. Other people's shit stirring, adding on to it. Yes, it wasn't an angel, but the girl who was telling him things was one who stole him off me, but fuck her. At least I've got rid of a stupid bitch homewrecker. I'm free of her. Some women are vile. Home wreckers, wouldn't mind thou. You should have seen her, thou. Her personality wasn't the best. A liar, and a big one at that.
That's hard.
No punctuation in
I was about to say, that's one thing, right?
That's not even
of thought.
That's not even a one sentence. There's no period. That's just words.
Yeah, and apparently, like multiple times. I'm assuming she meant though when she wrote thou.
Yeah.
And she did it how many times? Like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, a couple of times.
It's like, wow, you really.
I do love just somebody going, thou shalt not rise against me. Like, I
thou
always
shalt not fuck my boyfriend.
Yeah. These are the 10 Commandments of Angela.
That's kind of what I expect from somebody's YouTube name, that it like their handle is their whole name,
their real ass name. Yeah. This one equally confusing. Sarah Beth from 3 years ago. I read somewhere that once you've seen someone naked, you own half their shit, and this annoys me greatly because now I can't get divorced. And who decided to make me a mail order bride? I never agreed to any of this, and neither did my boyfriend or my husband. Probably. And berserk people are not my owners. Do I look like a pet? I don't even wear leashes usually. Ha 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 ha. Long story short, why is this song back in rotation on the regular? They don't have to make a bad bitch Barbies play with the inflatable asses and shiz nowadays. I swear, I'm a proverbial toddler kicking my mother in the shins from the booster seat at a Golden Corral.
Whoa. There's a lot to unpack.
There's a lot there, and it's one of those where, it's abstract. Like, I see the mood of it, but the words don't necessarily make sense.
Yeah, there's a lot to, like, at first I was like, are you being held hostage?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Like,
I love that phrase. I read somewhere that once you've seen someone naked, you own half their shit, and you're like,
what the fuck are you reading?
I think you have to marry them. I don't think it's just casual encounters entitle you to anything.
Yeah, that sounds like from like a cult handbook for sure. Something
Yeah, yeah. You have to give great leader half of your stuff.
One of the books of the Bible that didn't make the King James version.
Oh, this one's hot off the presses. Boca from 12 days ago. Asking a girl to marry me through a letter because it's the only way that she's allowed to communicate.
Oh, God.
I got her reply. She told me that I need to start living in the now, and I guess that's a no from her. Girls, it's a yes-no answer. It's not too complicated. Oh well, it was fun while it lasted. I have never met her in person because she is in prison, but I went ahead and on February 22nd, 2022, bought her a diamond at Tiffany's. Dumb me. I'm not living in the present, I guess.
I feel like Tiffany's is not the Tiffany's that you and
No.
like most people like. Tiffany's is like the trailer down the street.
Yeah,
like
Tiffany's is
trailer that
some
she
girl's
stole.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably just a big rock of crystal meth. Like,
Got you the prettiest rock in Polk County, baby.
yeah, hurry up and say yes before I smoke it. God, at first when he said like that's the only way I can communicate, I thought it was like a stalker situation. Like,
Right.
like I'm not allowed to like see her in person.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
for some reason there's a loophole in a restraining order that
Right,
can
right.
mail her shit.
Right. I've mailed her 100 letters, and I'm sure this one will go in the basket too, but, one of these days she'll read one.
Yeah, and then he gets denied by like somebody in prison. Like, ouch. Like, like, nah, I'd rather just be in jail or like,
Yeah, I like to keep my options open.
Yeah.
I like to see other people,
yeah.
Alyssa Elijah Justin Enriquez from 2 years ago. The United States of America, with all other countries on Earth, are trying to take my daughter's soul through the AC/DC. AC/DC, electrical current, to use as an energy generator for all the rulers and entertainers of the Earth.
Whoa.
I got real excited because I thought she meant, AC/DC.
Yeah, yeah. Like, hell yeah, let's let them take over.
Yeah, AC/DC can have my soul.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm about to rock. I will let them salute me.
Yeah, that's, man, the internet is such a very strange place.
Who would have thought on a song called "Crazy" there'd be a couple of unhinged.
Yeah, I guess we kind of set
people.
ourselves up for that one.
Yeah. So here's another one. Again, way too much information. Monique Covington from 3 months ago. Chris was not a relationship. He was a dating situation, and he had a steady live-in wife. But this was his favorite song, and he wanted to keep me, but this was one of those older men. When I lived with Barbara and then Shirley, situations happen, so I ran for the hills. I run from everyone. That's who I am. This is worth it since you're over here lying to my spouse. And then it signs Monique Arky.
I feel like that's I feel like we talked about this last time we did this, that like it seems like some people like meant to text somebody, and they ended up on a YouTube comment somehow. Because what the fuck?
This is Sir explaining the specifics of a relationship, it seems like, but not to anyone.
And at first, once again, I feel like it sounds like she's like being held captive for a second there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I can't remember what the first couple of, I don't know if there's separate sentences in there or not, but the first couple of thoughts,
yeah,
seem like maybe she's like being held, but she got out, but she really didn't want to.
Right. Yeah, all of that I read 4 sentences, all of that. So at least it's punctuated.
Yeah, I'll call that a win.
Yeah. This is Some Asparagus from 1 year ago. And this is a section I call bars, because I believe this person is trying to either rap or perhaps it's poetry. At the very least, it rhymes a bit. Some Asparagus from 1 year ago. Maybe I, a metaphor for Odysseus returning to Ithaca, may find myself overjoyed and lie in the green grass, not too far from the car, and think of the years where problems were outlandish. Things, and SpongeBob was my closest accomplice. But now we must return to the saddened age of today with the general theme of doom, being that North Korea or Iran could go boom. 6 men dance hoisting a tomb. I can socialize through Zoom. No reasons to groom, though I can listen to surfaces bloom whilst I weep alone in my chamber, cleaning with a broom. Wishing I could hang out and vroom with people in June and say fancy words like whom. Yet everything right now is just kind of gloom.
I can tell you what, I don't want to go near that guy's chamber that he talked about.
I don't. You got to stay away from the asparagus chamber.
Yeah.
I like that one because it kind of starts off as just sort of some nice flowy prose, but then gives way to evil Dr. Seuss situation.
Yeah, you get a little bit of insight to this guy's hell.
Yeah. And finally, Echo the Tar from 11 months ago. I just said on a Twitter poll that I'd rather die than have to choose between living without chocolate or living without cheese. Suddenly I heard a pop from the hall, and now the house smells funny. Then this started playing from autoplay as soon as I caught a whiff of the scent. I think I might be in danger. And then it says, update, Freon leak, very deadly. I was in fact in danger. What the fuck? So this guy.
I mean, at least he updated us.
I like the update. I just like that he's he's answering a Twitter poll, and then his fridge explodes, and he just thinks, that's a weird smell.
Yeah, that's, I'm just glad he made it,
I'm glad he made it too. And would you...
Maybe Freon's the problem with some of these other people too.
Perhaps, maybe, yeah, it's Freon problems. What would you choose? Life without chocolate or life without cheese?
A life without chocolate.
I think that's the same. Yeah,
cheese
I love both, but cheese is way more versatile.
Yeah, I mean, chocolate's very limiting. Like, cheese can pretty much go on anything. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, even sweet things.
Yeah,
I'm a big. My mom has a recipe that is like very like 1950s cookbook, but is good, which is just pineapples and cheese.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And baked in the oven like
mayonnaise?
a casserole. Yeah. I think there's mayo in it.
There's mayo. Yeah.
Buddy, it's great. Go and cheese every time.
All day.
Absolutely. Well, and that is Gnarls Barkley, our jam of the week.